Hello everyone, my name is Kevin Vong, Technical Software Specialist here with Graitec Group. Thank you for joining me at this week's 15 at 15 session. So today we're going to look at easily creating new Revit elements. And the focus on today's session is we're going to look at a product called Ideate BIM where we can create or speed up the ways we create new elements in Revit. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat and we'll be happy to assist. So just a bit of intro as to what Ideate BIM does. Ideate BIM allows you to export huge amounts of parameter or properties data to Microsoft Excel. Excel can be utilized to review, make changes, then seamlessly push back changes into the Revit model. Ideate BIM becomes the standard for all your Revit data management needs. The Revit schedule just wasn't designed to be as powerful as Excel. With the power of Excel to manipulate your Revit data, you now have an easy and powerful interface between Revit and Excel to maximize your productivity. The product also comes with pre-configured links that allows users to be productive quickly and easily. So when it comes to creating new elements in Revit, so specifically we're talking about the Revit schedule limitations, here are some challenges in element creation. So the first one, limited creation functionality. So schedules aren't designed for creating new elements. Users must first create elements in the model before they appear in schedules, which adds extra steps. The second one, dependency on existing elements. You can modify parameters within a schedule, but creating entirely new families or model elements is not natively supported through schedules. The third one, manual data entry. When modifying elements through schedules, users often need to import values manually, increasing the chances of error and inconsistencies. Then the final one, lack of automation. Unlike Excel, which allows batch processing and automation through formulas and scripts, Revit schedules require repetitive manual updates, making large-scale edits time-consuming. Right, so for now we're going to look at a video demo in how to create new sheets using Ideate BIM. So here in Revit, I have my test project, and what I'm going to do is just look on the left here of my existing sheets, and now I'm going to open up BIM to see how we can add to that existing set. So to the right, I'm going to click New, and this would let me browse the pre-configured templates I have. So 04 create elements is where I can find my create sheets link. So this is the list of what's possible. And I'm going to select the 02 create sheets new link and click next. So that will now load up the kind of schedule settings. And from here, it's going to allow me to export these properties into Excel. So let's just add a sheet tag across and add sheet type. And over in the filters, this is where we can filter out anything we don't want. Okay, so it does give you a partial preview at the bottom, and then sorting is just how we can sort these columns. Okay, click done. And now you can see that's our link, and we're going to export this now to Excel. So once the data is in Excel, we can then try to manipulate the data and play with the naming and sheet numbers, etc. So here in Excel, I'm just dragging one of the rows to the bottom, and I'm going to use that bottom row to configure my new set of title blocks and also placeholders. So here what I'm doing is I'm just creating a new row and dragging this sheet number column down to generate some cells here. So this would form the kind of basis of our new sheets. Okay, and I could drag the ID name down. So if it's a new sheet, the ID would just be new. Okay, and then I'm just going to copy another row because I want to also have building B as a sheet tag for my placeholders. So let's just populate the other areas. So block B, level 6 I have here. Let's change that to level 0. Building A becomes building B. Now with building A, you can see it has a title block assigned. So that means when I import this, it's going to give me a title block. But if the title block is empty, that would just become a placeholder inside Revit. So I'll just finish these areas off first, and then we'll take a look at how that looks after we re-import it in Revit. Okay, so that looks good. So I'll just save this now. And we can close down Excel. And now back in Revit BIM link, we can import, select our Excel, open up. And here the window just shows you all the changes we've made. So it highlights the changes in yellow. And after we click import, that should load the changes in. Brilliant. And there we go. To the left here, you can see our title blocks with building A. And now if we go to view and sheets, we can see our placeholders here for building B. Okay, so you can see how effective and easy that was using ID@BIM BIM link. And now just to confirm, in the properties area, the sheet tag is also populated. Okay, and that was creating new sheets using BIM link. In our next video demo, we're going to look at how to create additional work sets in a work shared project. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so here in Revit, I have a work shared Revit model. And if I go to the work sets, you can see this is the existing list of work sets we have here. So what we're looking to do is we want to add some additional work sets to our project, but we have a specific criteria. So basically we have the ZG work set numbers, work set names to add. So it's a mixture of levels, scope boxes, grids, reference planes, etc. So to automate this process, we're going to use BIM link. And we're going to find a new link template. So click on the new button. And we're going to look for create elements. And in this list here, we're going to find one that matches our work set criteria. Okay, so work set create new, that is fine. And here we're going to define what type of data we want to export into Excel so we can edit the names of our work sets. Okay, that looks good. So now we can export the data into Excel. And we can click open file to open that. So here, this is our existing list of work sets in Revit. So to add additional ones, we'll populate this column with new. So we're looking to add 3 new work sets to our Revit model. So it's just a case of typing out the name you want to add. So I've got 1 for grids, 1 for plan ref, and 1 for definitive zone, I believe, which we'll use for scope boxes. And then we'll just apply true to all these. Click save. And now we can load that back. So imports, select the Excel, and you can see some elements have been created. Okay, so import. And now we can close BIM link. Right, so now if we go to our worksets panel, you can see these are the 3 worksets that we've added. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to use Ideate Explorer to quickly identify those elements in our model and then assign them to those newly created work sets. So this is Ideate Explorer. It's just a quicker way to select elements in Revit. So let's look at our list here. I think the first one we're going to do is grids. So, okay, I've selected all the grids in the project and I'm assigning that to our grids levels work set. Okay, and that's now been assigned. Brilliant. So now the next one we'll look at is levels. So let me grab all 53 levels here and assign it to the G grid levels. So it's the same work set we've used the first time. And that's now all been assigned. Okay, let's do another one. So we can grab all 17 scope boxes in our project and assign that to the definitive zone work set. And that's assigning. Okay, perfect. And now just to kind of run through and check those changes have been applied, we can also use Ideate Explorer to look at the existing elements in Revit. So let's check what's inside this grids levels work set. So you can see all those grids are under that category, and also the levels here as well. Okay, great. So what we'll do next is rather than like on top of creating new elements, what we can do is use Ideate BIMlink to also report existing conditions. So we're going to add number of elements to our work set Excel. So I was just going to select my Excel file and export that and overwrite the document. And what that would do is just add the columns called number of elements, which is more like a reporting feature here this time. Okay, so that was creating new work sets with Ideate BIMlink. So after viewing those two video demos, you can see how quick and easy it is to create new elements from Ideate BIMlink. On this slide, I just want to point out 3 other areas to why you might consider using Ideate BIMlink. So the first one, collaboration and accessibility. Excel files can be easily shared and edited by multiple collaborators, including stakeholders who may not have Revit expertise. And this fosters better coordination before elements are imported into the model. Second one, scalability. When dealing with large projects with thousands of similar elements, such as structural components or furniture layouts, batch processing elements from Excel saves time and ensures uniformity. Then the third one, data management and flexibility. Excel provides an intuitive platform for organizing, updating, and managing vast amounts of data before pushing it to Revit. Okay, so to sum up why use Ideate BIMlink. The first point, we can seamlessly exchange extensive Revit data with Microsoft Excel, including linked files. So we're not limited to workshed files. This also allows workflows between linked files as well in Revit. The second point, rapid parameter data editing, which you've seen in the video demo. And the third one, we can also manage data beyond schedules. That refers to Revit schedules. And as you can see in the video demos, we can actually enter our desired cells and rows in Excel and then feed that back into Revit. The fourth point, easily batch create new Revit elements. So we've done that with the work sets and also the sheets in our video demo. And then the last point, utilize pre-configured QA/QC, COBie, and health check link definitions. So that refers to our pre-configured list of links that can be selected using Ideate BIMlink. Right, so that now concludes our 15 at 15 session today. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat and we will be happy to assist. If we didn't get to answer your questions, please reach out to us at support@ideatesoftware.com. And lastly, this session is recorded and will be available online on our YouTube channel under 15 at 15 recordings playlist. Thank you for attending today's session. Thanks and goodbye.